Oh, the being.
Right.
I get. Yeah, I get it. I'm glad I did this interview because it's making me question, like, maybe I would change my lifestyle and my eating habits, for the animal to have a life too. So I'm
going to start off asking you a couple like sort of diagnostic questions to see where your head's at.
Okay.
Just kind of where you're coming from, and then from there we'll kind of progress. Okay. It's okay. You don't have to be nervous. Okay. You can eject at any time. You can say, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And
okay.
Leave. Yeah. No pressure. All right. First question. It's okay to walk up to a person and punch them in the head if it gives you sensory pleasure.
No.
Okay, no. That's an easy one.
Okay.
It's okay to punch a pillow if it gives you sensory pleasure.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no.
All right. It's okay to walk up to a dog and punch them in the head if it gives you... That's a quick one on the dog. Definitely not okay with dogs.
No!
Okay. It's okay to walk up to a pig and punch them in the head if it gives you sensory pleasure.
No.
Okay. So the pig, the dog, the person, they're very like firm nose.
Right.
And the pillow, you were kind of like it.
Right.
Sort of thing. So what's the difference between those?
Well, obviously, like a human, like you want to respect the person, and you just shouldn't put your hands on anyone, no matter what the situation is. And then obviously, you treat the same as an animal. So, I mean, the pillow, it's like an object, so it's like not harmless, but like still, you still want to value your thing. So, and then I think, well, if you're punching a pillow, then you may need to go see some help.
Okay, so there might be something. Yeah, there might be some psychological stuff. Okay,
exactly.
So then the pig, the dog, the person, those are living things, right? Okay. They can experience something, right?
Right, they experience emotions.
Okay, emotions, yeah. Do they experience pain?
Yeah.
Okay, they experience pain, emotions, all that sort of thing. Okay, cool. All right, so next question. Questions are going to get a little harder. Not factually harder.
Okay.
Just maybe harder emotionally.
Okay.
So I just want to let you know. All right, so do you purchase or consume any sort of animal products?
Yeah. Well, I eat meat, so I guess is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. And so when we produce that meat, do you think there's any pain caused to the animals?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there is, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like what kind of things do you think happen?
I mean, they die. I mean, they feel like they're they feel them, of course. And some actually psychologically, emotionally know that they're actually about to get slaughtered. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And do you think it's possible to be healthy without eating animal
absolutely.
products?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you think it can be affordable?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So we've got it's affordable. You can be healthy not eating animal products. So I guess my question sort of is, we were just talking a second ago about, not hurting a human, a dog, or a pig for sensory pleasure. So would you say that the reason that you're eating the meat is for sensory pleasure?
No, it's just what I grew up with. But I'm like, I can kind of go without meat, but it's just something that I grew up with, so I'm just so used to eating it. We just came from Dame's Chicken and Waffles, so I just had chicken.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So then it's kind of like habit, it's sort of like what you. Okay. So then, would you say that if I sort of switch that for these things, like it's okay to walk up to a person and punch them in the head because it's part of my habit, or I can punch a dog because it's part of my habit? Would that be an acceptable reason in those cases?
Still no. I think I covered your questions. I know where you're going. Still no. No, it's not acceptable. But I see where you're going with these questions. With the animals, I see where you're heading. So no, it's still not acceptable.
Yeah. Have you ever sort of thought about this much before? Has anyone ever brought this sort of up to you before?
No, but I do like provoking questions. That's why I'm kind of glad I did it. So no, no one's ever done it.
So like, I guess my question sort of is, like, what do you think is sort of would be stopping you from sort of ceasing to purchase sort of animal products in the future? What do you think is like a big hurdle there?
Honestly, it's not. It's just probably self-discipline, just knowing like just won't eat meat anymore. So yeah, it's just more self-discipline, knowing that there are other alternatives out there. Like I actually don't like dairy, so I choose to do substitutes of other things. So it's just self-discipline.
Yeah, right on. So let me ask you sort of kind of one more kind of line of questions. How bad, so let me set this up first. Most animals, so around 99% of animals come from farms that most people would call like factory farms.
Yeah.
So very crowded, that sort of thing. So given that, how bad, like on a scale of 1 to 10, do you think most of those conditions are for the animals? So 1 being not too bad,
horrible.
10 being like absolutely awful.
I mean, probably like a 2. It's probably bad.
Okay. So 10 was the worst one.
10 is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, so probably I would say like a 9.
Like a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty bad. Okay. All right.
I mean, from what I'm, researching stuff, I think it's pretty bad.
Right. Well, I mean, I agree. What do you know about it? What's the worst thing that you know?
I mean, just what they're eating, and then what they're eating, we consume. So that's probably worse than just the conditions of like everything's crowded and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. If I told you that like 80 to 85% of pigs are put into gas chambers,
really?
Yeah, would you? Would that be a surprise to you?
No.
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 Yeah. What's kind of like, I guess, like your favorite thing to eat, I guess?
As far as meat-wise, or just anything?
Yeah, as far as animal products. I'm gonna try to ruin it for you right now.
Bacon.
Well, yeah. So there's the thing.
Bacon.
So almost any of the bacon you buy, right?
Yeah.
That animal was in a gas chamber at one point.
I know.
All right. So I think this is a good conversation so far. So let me kind of just like go over a couple things at the end. So what do you value more? The sort of the life and the suffering of a sentient being, or sort of habit, sensory pleasure?
Oh, the being.
Right.
I get it. I'm glad I did this interview because it's making me question, like, maybe I would change my lifestyle and my eating habits, for the animal to have a life too.
All right, so we're just going to ignore all my weird, inappropriate laughing and focus on the rest of the conversation. I don't really know why I do that. Maybe it's nervous laughter. Maybe I'm the sociopath. Who knows?
Okay.
It's okay. You don't have to be nervous. Okay. You can eject at any time. You can say, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And
okay.
All right, so there's nothing wrong with making people feel uncomfortable. They have to feel at least a little uncomfortable if they're going to make a change. But I also want the person to feel safe and respected. If they feel safe and respected, they're going to be more receptive later when they hear a hard truth. And they're going to be less likely to interpret that hard truth as an attack. This is why I make sure she knows I'm at least thinking about her emotional state, and I'm not trapping her here in this conversation. Questions are going to get a little harder. Not factually harder.
Okay.
Just maybe harder emotionally.
Okay.
So I just want to let you know. Right. By giving her this warning, I'm again trying to make her feel safe and respected. I want her to know I'm not here to attack her, but I am here to challenge her. Doing it for you right now.
Bacon.
So sometimes it's not about what you say, but about what you don't say. Earlier, she claimed she didn't eat meat for sensory pleasure, and here she says she loves bacon. Now, I could have been like, actually you said you didn't do it for sensory pleasure, so why did you lie to me? But not only would this be very socially uncalibrated, it's also unlikely she consciously lied about that. When people are working things out in real time, they're going to stumble and be inconsistent. But considering I can already see she's receptive to the message and she gets it, it didn't seem like there was much to be gained here.
So you said challenge 22.
Challenge 22, yeah.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. Great interview.
Yay!
Yeah, super fun. Thank you. If you'd like to support me so that I can eventually do this full time, consider checking out my Patreon in the description. This helps me buy equipment and pay monthly fees for things like video editing software. All right, so thanks to all my patrons. You really are making this possible. And a special shout out to my top tier patron, Ryan O'Neill. Your generosity is amazing and very much appreciated.